Alright guys, I'm starting this video over. Kind of pissed off right now because I had already started working on this mix and then I got a fucking phone call. Fucking annoying. You know, and that I had to take. So I have to go back and tell you guys what I did instead of showing you what I did. So very fucking annoying. Because I don't like to just edit, I don't like to edit videos. I just want to go all through one and then that's it. But I got a fucking phone call. And it pisses me off. Alright, so I'm using the 4KG. And so I'm not gonna explain this whole shit over again. God damn it, dude. Alright, look. Alright, so this is a beat that I made. Or actually a song. I made a beat. I uploaded it to SUNO. I got some AI singers on it. I did the vocals with the assistance of AI to come to write a really cool song to my beat. Then I downloaded the stems from SUNO, put them in here because I don't like the grainy, shitty AI sound. You know, I wanted to make it sound more natural, and thank God that the SSL 4KG came out, because with this impedance knob I can actually control the graininess. I can actually to some degree hide it or get rid of it and make it sound like a natural mix. And on top of it all, I'm also getting slamming drums, right? But also because the plugin, like I was saying before, does output, has a louder output gain than probably other plugins. People think that that's like some kind of weird shit or whatever, but in the end, I like the sound that I'm getting. Even if it were level matched, I still feel like this just sounds better, simply because I have this impedance knob, right? So what the impedance knob typically does is, from what I saw in Plugin Doctor, is it's removing the low and the highs, kind of focusing the mid-range more, which is cool. And you can only engage it when you have the preamp going. So you can add a little saturation, and then you play with the impedance knob. You'll get rid of your top and low end at the same time. And which is nice because it's kind of like using both of these filters at the exact same time, but you get it in one knob. And I think that's amazing. And it probably does something with the harmonics, I'm sure, on top of it all. Another thing, too, is in comparison with this one versus the Brainworks, this one has a lot more harmonics, like a ton more, because of the mic pre, but also because of the blue can fader as well, has harmonics on the output as well. So when I took a look at that, like, you have harmonics even if you turn it down. It's not that you have to drive it to get harmonics. There's harmonics. Like, this thing is just crazy with harmonics, dude. Like, it's really amazing, and I get a pretty nice analog sounding sound when I'm done with it, so it's pretty fire. Other people really believe in tolerance modeling technology. I don't so much. Like, it's cool, but I didn't really feel like that was great, per se. Like, it was a nice thing, but I feel like it's more important to get this right, the EQ, the compressors, and the preamp right, than to, and of course the output fader, than to be like, and getting, you know, having an HQ mode right so I can turn on oversampling. I think that that's more important than having the left ear slightly louder than the right, or, you know what I'm saying, slightly different than the right, like. And you go, oh, it's like mixing on a real desk with all the non-linearities. Well, that's cool, but I think when people are listening to music, they're not listening for that. They're listening for the vibe, and they're listening to how good the EQ is and the compressor. So they go, the shit smacks, the shit sounds good, it's crispy. Those are the words I hear from a lot of people. Or it's warm and it just gives me a good vibe, and I go, boom, that's you can get all that right here in this thing. And SSL makes it. Like, they don't make junk, dude, so there you go. I mean, it's SSL, for crying out loud. You're using the Brainworks. Was it emulating an SSL console? Well, this comes from SSL, so they don't make shit products. Don't get me wrong, the old SSL like EQ or plugins were too clean, but then now I got harmonics, so now I'm happy. So there. And I do like the four. I like the G series EQ anyway. So it's pretty fire. And apparently this compressor, by the way, smacking. I've been told it smacks harder than the actual desk, which I go, well, if that's the case, that's better. It's a 4000G on steroids. All right, so let me go back to my fucking mix now. Hopefully I don't get another fucking phone call. Very annoyed by that. All right. Let's see, is there the vocal track here? So there's gonna be like a synth, there's a guitar track. Let's go to my synths. All right, let's check this keyboard. let's get that vocal.
In my daydreams, you're holding my hand. We're walking on clouds to a strawberry land. You laugh, I shine like it's always been, but only in my mind. Again and again, all in my daydreams, we're spinning in light. You kiss me so soft in the glow of the night, but I never say a thing, I just sigh and smile. Living in a dream for a little while.
I practice what I'd say to you in the mirror in my room. Would you laugh or would you stay if I let my heart slip out one day? You're the star in my sky of blue, a million sparkles, only you, but I keep it hush, wrapped in lace, too afraid to fall from grace.
I slow dance with my pillow tight, pretend it's you every night. You're the chorus in my head that I keep to myself. All in my daydreams, you'll whisper in love. We're chasing balloons where the wildflowers grow. You wink, I twirl like we're meant to be, but only in the stars that no one sees. All in my daydreams, we're lost in a kiss, like every rom-com I don't wanna miss. But I just walk on by with my eyes on the floor, wishing I was someone you'd wish for. Maybe someday I'll grow with someone you'd wish for. Maybe someday I'll grow
And get those backing vocals.
with someone you'd wish for. Maybe someone you'd wish for. Maybe someday I'll grow enough with someone you'd wish for. Maybe someday 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 I'll grow enough to shine and make
Did I turn the HQ on? I do. Okay.
someone you'd wish for. Maybe someday I'll grow enough to shine, and maybe you'll see my daydreams. You're holding my hand. We're riding sunbeams through a peppermint land. Like a candy heart, but the truth is we've never even started. All in my daydreams, forever you stay, where fears fade out and love finds a way. But when I open my eyes, it's just me again, and you walking by. You don't know where I'm at. My daydreams, you're holding my hand. We're riding sunbeams through a peppermint land. My daydreams, you're holding my hand. We're riding sunbeams through a peppermint land. You laugh, I melt like a candy heart, but the truth is we've never even started. All in my daydreams, forever you stay, where fears fade out and love finds a way. But when I open my eyes, it's just me again, and you walking by. You don't know where I'm at. My daydreams, you're holding my hand. We're riding I'll glow enough to shine, and maybe you'll see me, give me a sign. Until dreams you'll whisper in low, we're chasing balloons where the wildflowers grow. You wink, I twirl like we're meant to be, but only in the stars that no one sees. All in my daydreams, we're lost in a kiss, like every rom-com I don't wanna miss. But I just walk on by with my eyes on the floor, wishing I was someone you'd wish for. Maybe someday I'll glow enough to shine, and maybe you'll see me, give me a sign. Until then, I'm floating, floating free in a world where it's just you and me. All in my daydreams, you're holding my hand. We're riding sunbeams through a peppermint land. You laugh, I melt like a candy heart, but the truth is we've never even started. All in my daydreams, forever you stay, where fears fade out and love finds a way. But when I open my eyes, it's just me again, and you walking by, you don't know at night. But I still dream, maybe someday you'll dream of me too. Dreams you'll whisper in low, we're chasing balloons where the wildflowers grow. You wink, I twirl like we're meant to be, but only in the stars that no one sees. All in my daydreams, we're lost in a kiss, like every rom-com I don't wanna miss. But I just walk on by with my eyes on the floor, wishing I was someone you'd wish for. Maybe someday I'll glow enough to shine, and maybe
Whoa. Okay. Sounds good, huh? Not bad, huh? So that sounds pretty legit. I mean, I don't think anybody could necessarily tell that that was, you know, a Suno song there. But that is definitely my beat, guys. Like, because that's what I use Suno for. If I can't get people to rap or sing to a certain beat that I feel like would be a good song, I'm gonna use Suno, and then like I said, I go download the stems, and then we just mix it in here. And now you see the power of using this SSL 4KG to really control the that grainy shit that you get off of Suno. And you know, and then after doing the mastering, I checked it, you know, to make sure that I'm getting a good EQ balance. It's great. It's definitely passable. And it sounds wonderful. And this is kind of the future here. Kind of showed you guys a little bit of a future workflow. I'm not like averse necessarily to doing things with AI, but I always feel like people still need to be involved in the process, especially when people are going to be that's who's consuming the product. So ultimately you need a human there to make sure that it would sound good to human ears. And what sounds ugly to human ears is that grainy shit, that harshness. Like, we have to get rid of that, but at the same time without making it sound muddy. So that's the power of this SSL plugin, this one in particular, being able to do that. And you could probably do it with like a stock, you know, high and low pass filter, or just use the knobs here. But I like the fact that this does this in one knob. You know, I think that's great. I think also having this microphone preamp drive is wonderful. I really like the compressor on this. It just knocks And then the EQ is, you know, unbeatable, man. The G series SSL EQ, pink knob EQ is unbeatable in my opinion. So that shit's smacking. I'm gonna actually render this now and end the video. But if you guys enjoyed, I wanted to show you guys this because if you're doing especially music where you're using AI and stuff, download your stems and mix it, right? But some people go, well, I don't know, it's like it's a pain in the ass to mix these stems. Well, I showed you that this was easy, you know, and very simple signal flow, easy chains. That's the way I like to work, and you get a fantastic sound in the end. Like, seriously, I don't need a plugin stack. I got everything I need right here in one fucking plugin. With the vocals, with your vocal chain, it's literally a 4000 G and then into Maximus for the de-esser. And that's it. And I used the solid band right here. So I'm de-essing everything above like 3K. And you definitely need that, like when you're dealing with like AI vocals, you definitely want it because there's all sorts of grainy shit happening up past 10K too, and you want to kill all that fucking noise, right? And then now that sounds pretty good. Like I think it sounds like legitimately as close as I can get to make it sound like a fucking like song done in the studio with like people and shit. So I mean, like. Yeah, man, it's the future, man. Just gotta get used to it. But I always feel like the human in the loop is the one that's kind of overseeing the macro, you know. And in this case, I'm overseeing the macro. I'm overseeing, you know, I made the beat, but I'm also overseeing the songwriting. You know, I have a say in that, which I don't normally do with like people, kind of like in the old school when the producer's like, no, I want this, and we're gonna sing about this, we're gonna rap about this today. I can actually be that guy now. I can be my own Quincy Jones, my own Dr. Dre, and then be able to have the final say on the mix. Like that's another thing, because at first I didn't really like the SUNO and UDO and those things because I go, I'm not getting stems, and the stems would just be like 4 elements. It's shit, you know. But now I get the stems. And why I don't mix it to my original project files because SUNO made changes to the beat a little bit. So that I like. So I don't want to, and plus the timing and stuff of putting my vocals back in, and I mean putting these vocals back into the original project file and having to move things around. Total pain in the ass when it already sounds good this way. Just gonna grab it and then boom. And then this is also like, what if you're not a producer, like a beat maker, but you still want your song? Let's say you had SUNO make the beat too, you know, and you just basically were the songwriter and prompted the entire song, and then had these AI singers also do the music along with it. Well, then still grab your stems, and at least you have, as a producer, you still have the say in like the way that the mix turns out. So you can, I like that they break it down to like 7 or 8 tracks for you to take in and actually get granular with your mixing. And then so they do give you good decent stems. And then the master bus is just, you know, the master bus compressor you see in the middle of an SSL console. After that, it's just a couple digital EQs and a limiter. And that's my quote unquote mastering. Ooh. That's just to make it sound right. I use tonal balance control I like to keep it to the bass heavy curve. That's pretty top 40 popular curve. You stick to that, you can't go wrong. And there you go. Well, anyway, man, it's your boy Vigilante Styles. If you like my videos, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to see more. Check out my other videos too. I got to talk about a whole wide range of things. I don't just do music too. I occasionally, because I play Halo Infinite and I'm a I'm an actual okay. So I also play that game. I'm also a low Onyx player in the Rank Slayer playlist on Halo Infinite. So I do go over VODs and I talk about things. And you know, it's at this point the only people playing the game are Halo diehards. But if you are a Halo diehard, check out my Halo videos as well. And there you have it. Anyways, you guys take care. I'm gonna go do something else. The remainder of my day, probably put on Halo. I don't know, and we'll talk to you again. And check out my other video. I talk about this plugin as well. All right, man. You guys be good. I'm out. Peace.